All right, there's a massive project coming that is going to change Penticton BC's landscape forever. This is a $1 billion project that is going to take 10 to 12 years to fully execute. And it's located dead smack right in the middle of Penticton, right across the street from the hospital. And they also have an interesting co-buyer program, which allows you to basically purchase half a unit. So now if it's a $300,000 unit, you only need to qualify for $150,000. I'm going to be getting into that towards the end of this video, so you definitely want to stick around to find out about that because it's super interesting. I'm that Agent Kelly. I talk about Canadian real estate and my local market of Abbotsford and the Fraser Valley. And if you're into that, subscribe to the channel. If you are interested in possibly picking up a unit in this project, you can book a call with me down below. So getting right into it, this is the Innovation District, right? I don't even know how many buildings, but it is a $1 billion master planned community, right? So let me see if I can zoom in a little bit here so you guys can maybe read some of this. A transformative lifestyle community set in the heart of Penticton, nestled between Okanagan Lake and 𝐎𝐓𝐇𝐄𝐒 lakes. Innovation District is poised to become a residential, commercial, and lifestyle hub that offers connected, amenity-rich living and unparalleled access to the great outdoors. So this right here is their first building they're launching, �𝐄𝐄𝐒. They have a commercial building. You can actually buy commercial in here as well. And they're going to be launching this at the same time as the first building. And obviously, if you buy within this project, you're going to have walkable commercial amenities. Like I said, master plan community. I put out many videos on this and why buying in a master plan community is a great idea as far as pre-sale goes, because typically every other launch that comes after the first building will be at a higher price. So you get something called developer forced appreciation. Here's another rendering of what this building looks like. Obviously, you've got the residential and you got some commercial on the bottom. That is nice and walkable. Just another shot from the side here. This is going to be a 10-acre project with 1,500 homes, restaurants, cafes, medical services and clinics, offices, childcare, and more will come together to create a way of life where you can live, work, and play without ever owning a home, without ever leaving home. My apologies. Everything you need is right here. And here's the thing about this location. Now, it doesn't sit right on the water, right? Which obviously, it'd be nice if it did. However, if you see the proximity, you are just an 8-minute drive to either Okanagan Lake or 𝐎𝐓𝐇𝐄𝐒 Lake, or, a very bikeable 18 minutes away. And you'll see the long list of amenities right here: shopping, services, schools, etc. Now, Penticton has kind of been coined as what they call a Zoom town. A lot of people, I even have a buddy, he's a drop shipper. He lives in Penticton. He likes to enjoy the summers there. It's almost kind of like a party town in the summer. We went there to one of the restaurants right along the strip. There was a car show going on. People were having fun. Everybody's spirits and energy super, super high. Just an awesome place to be during the summer. And a lot of people are coming out here that have the ability to work from home, or if they have some type of remote job, they choose to live in Penticton because it's a great lifestyle and it's much, much cheaper than the Lower Mainland and the Fraser Valley. Now, as I go through this brochure and show you guys some of the renderings, I just want to talk about Penticton as a whole, right? So, a lot of the questions that I've been getting about Penticton, why would I buy in Penticton and things of that nature. Obviously, we got the nice rooftop deck here with some amenities, but why would I buy in Penticton, right? A lot of people are worried about vacancy rates. If I buy here, am I going to be able to rent this out? When I was on the plane out this way, because I was one of the lucky realtors that the developer actually flew us out here to check out the project early. And I sat beside a lady who actually lives in Penticton, and she was concerned about affordable housing. Are they going to be bringing affordable housing in this project? Because apparently there's basically nowhere to rent, and anything you can rent, the rents are super high. The rents are basically Abbotsford rents, but in Penticton, and the vacancy rates are 0%. There's pretty much nothing to rent here. New inventory is very few and far between. There might be a project per year launched, maybe 2 if you're lucky, but very, very little inventory. Penticton itself is nestled between mountains that you pretty much can't build on, or if you could, it'd be very expensive to do so, and 2 lakes. So they're very land restricted. There's not a lot of land to build on. And I think, as affordability maintains to be very rough over the next little while here, real estate's likely going to be unaffordable for the masses for a very long time. I think smaller cities like this are going to continue to be on somewhat of a mini bull run, just because people can't afford to buy and live in these bigger cities anymore. So I think for the next 5+ years, smaller cities like this are going to be a good buy as more and more people tend to migrate towards them. and, just for the affordability of it. So a question that I get asked a lot about Airbnb is, can I do it, right? And as of today, no, you can't, right? The only exemption for Airbnb is cities that I believe have a population of under 10,000. So Penticton doesn't meet those requirements. However, when I went to the presentation center a couple of days ago, the mayor of Penticton was there, and he actually fought to bring Airbnb back. Unfortunately, he was unsuccessful in doing so. However, everyone there seems to believe that Airbnb will eventually come back, maybe with a change of government or something like that, because at the end of the day, this is a vacation destination. It's a tourist town, and Airbnb is kind of a necessity in this area, right? So, today, no Airbnb, but more than likely, it'll probably be back in the next couple years. And obviously, if you're buying in before that comes, massive speculation. I'm not saying buy a property just based on that alone, but, if they were to bring it back in the next couple of years, I think you'd be sitting pretty, right? So this project is starting from $279,000 for the studios, ranging all the way up to the mid sixes for a 3-bedroom unit. Some people might say this is expensive. This is basically the cheapest pre-construction project that I've seen get launched this year. And again, if you guys want the details for this, I'll leave a link actually down in the description where you can sign up to get the details, and it'll get sent right into your inbox. If you just leave me your email and phone number, it'll get sent to you right away. Now, I'm going to cover this co-buyer program. So obviously, basically what they've done here is you can buy with a stranger you've never even met, and it is complete. The two purchases are completely separate, 2 different mortgages, and you don't need to actually get the other person who's invested with you to agree to sell out of your ownership of the unit. So it's nice if it's 2 investors, and they even have, I'm going to go over the owner occupant version of this, but basically you can invest in a condo. So let's just say the studio, right? All you need is $140,000 to buy one of these. And because it's a 10% deposit completing in late 2027, you only need 14 grand to buy the cheapest unit in the building if you were to exercise this co-buyer program, right? So they just have, basically, if you were to buy as an owner occupant, they have a comparison here. If you're to buy 100% of a 1973 condo, your mortgage is $3,000. Down payment is this. Or you could buy a 2-bedroom for, $1 million they're using Vancouver here, right? And you only have to pay $545,000 to own half of this unit, and the cost is $4,200. Now, why is it more expensive than this one? The reason being is that they want to make the numbers still make sense for the investor in this equation, right? So if you buy half the unit to live in, and then there's obviously an investor owns the other half, they have the owner occupant paying the mortgage plus 40% of market rates to the investor. So it makes sense for the investor, right? Now, you don't have to buy these units to live in. If you were to buy one of these units, say you're young, you live at home with your parents, you just want to own 50% of the unit, you could buy with another investor and, just keep it for a couple years. And then if you wanted to sell out of it, from my understanding, what they'll actually do is they will go through their database, Paradigm, this company, and they will find another buyer to buy your half of the ownership at whatever the market rent or the market price is at that time. So super cool program. I think we're going to start to see more stuff like this, just with how unaffordable real estate is. You might now start buying half shares of property. Now, something else super cool about this project is they are actually pre-selling the commercial units. So let's just say you didn't want to buy residential. They are actually pre-selling the office units in this building as well. So if you didn't want to go the residential route and you wanted to buy some commercial, they have these for sale too. I don't have pricing and floor plans on this yet, but they range from 900 square feet to basically 3,600 square feet. And they're right across the street from the hospital, like I said, and right in the middle of Penticton. So if you're more of a commercial investor, you're not residential, this might be a really good option for you as well. Now, I tried my best to explain this project via the brochure. If you need more information, maybe there's some things I didn't answer in this video, again, feel free to reach out to me. I'll leave the link below in the description so you can get all this information right into your inbox so you can look it over. These are selling pretty soon. So if you're interested in grabbing one of these, make sure you reach out and we will try our best to get you exactly what you want in this project. Otherwise, subscribe to the channel, like this video. I'm that agent Kelly. I'm making moves to move you. Peace.